Hey guys, we're going to have Shaun Clark on today, and we're going to go through some interviews. We're just going to give it a few minutes and let people join us. We're going to be live on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and just got to make sure I don't have any background noise, but we'll be watching the chats and answer any questions that you may have. So we will get started at the top of the hour. And what we're going to go over today is the new software that is for scheduling your posts. So we're going to talk about automatically scheduling your social media posts to Instagram, to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to other platforms. And we're going to go through and be able to show you all that that's on there. So we're going to answer questions. We're going to take questions, and we're really going to dive in and really go into the benefits of this, because there is so many benefits to what we're going to be showing to you today. If you are a local business, Google My Business is really key to your success with the maps and people searching on their phones, using Alexa, Siri, whatever it is. And the really cool thing with what we're about to show you is how you can schedule posts and how powerful those are. And I couldn't believe that they were actually including this, because there's not a lot of schedulers that for social media or for any of that stuff that allow you to schedule Google business postings. And so that's with anything new that comes up, you're able to dive in and jump on and see those kind of things. So we're going to be able to walk you through scheduling Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, and we're going to ask Shaun about LinkedIn when that comes about. But I know that's coming soon. So as I said, we're going to wait for a few more people to join. And Shaun Clark, the co-founder of HighLevel, will be jumping on, and he's created a $1 billion business here, and just really exceeded things recently with this company and what they're doing. It's just incredible. So you'll be able to ask him questions about that, and he'll be jumping on any moment now. And so we're going to talk about even the future of Twitter. So as you know, some of you know, Elon Musk has acquired Twitter. And so we're going to ask Shaun about how HighLevel will integrate with Twitter. And really, if you have questions about social media and how they benefit, that's what we're going to talk about. So we're going to go ahead, and I see him jumping on right now. And I'm just going to add him in here as soon as he's ready to go. Hey, Shaun.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a long time
I
since
know.
we've been on one of these lives together.
I know. And today's a weird day for me because I'm in our Dallas office here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Whew.
Okay.
It's a little less crazy there. So I'm doing this. I feel like I'm doing it on the fly.
Yeah, I forgot it. You're down there for that. Isn't it Paulson and everybody doing?
Oh yeah, that's next week. So
Okay.
it's a board meeting this week, and then I fly back tomorrow, and then I fly back to Dallas next week for the mastermind. So yes, one of those
Awesome.
things.
That's great. Well, I wanted to dive
We're live,
into
right?
What's that? Yeah, we're live.
Okay, all right.
We're actually live on Twitter, Facebook, a few Facebook groups.
Hello, Elon.
YouTube. So we've got a few people jumping on, and we'll be taking some questions, but we'll really be diving into this
Yeah.
new social media scheduling, which is
Awesome. Well, that's
so
good. I got sneak peeks for you that no one else has seen. So this is good timing. So well, let's do this. Can I start off? I'm going to share my screen. We'll go over like that my team makes this really cool presentation, and they make me share it because it's that good.
yeah, definitely. Let me
Let's start
just
and
throw
then
that screen up for you.
we'll go from there. Just let me know if you can see my screen okay.
There we go.
All right, here we go. Boom. Okay, so social media posting is pretty obvious as a thing, right? So we know social media is really important, obviously, no duh. But what's more important to me and really close to my heart is today, as agencies, when we're thinking about posting social media for our clients, if we're running the service, recommending tools, regardless, one way or another, we are recommending somebody else's tools, and for me, that's a huge issue. A couple of problems here, right? So my biggest problem, because I'm always thinking, how can agencies make more money? My biggest issue is that when you recommend somebody else's product, they make money and you don't. And at the end of the day, if they leave your agency, they tend not to leave the software, right? So as a good example here, if you feel so inclined, roll over to finance.yahoo.com and check out Sprout Social as an example. They're publicly traded. They're a multi-million-dollar business. In fact, 187 million in revenue, and they're a social media posting platform. Why is it that they should be getting your clients' money when you, as an agency, are the one bringing the customer through the door? So for me, that's number one, right? There are a couple other things, of course. There's a lot of other hassles like managing multiple accounts, logging in and out of different platforms, different users, different content guidelines, approval, posting flows, all that wonderful stuff, ROI measurement, etc. So all of those things are also very important from an operational perspective. And of course, with HighLevel, you were able to solve all of those. Now, again, most important thing for me is, as an agency, I want you to be able to provide both a tool and a service. I want you to be able to create revenue streams around both, so that if down the road the client says, we're going to take a break from social media posting for a while, we want to make sure as an agency that you're still able to get revenue off the tool, just like a Sprout Social does today. You're able to do that as an agency. It's a very high margin business. It's technology services. It's a way to keep that person close to you and give an opportunity for you to save or bring them back on the social media posting service later on. But also being able to create a single login, draft content, approval flows, all being in the same place, workflows around it, ROI, all of that stuff, super important, makes it super easy to manage all of it in one spot for your team, as well as give your clients a place to log in and actually kind of work through it as well, right? So all of that is also super useful. And I'll do a quick, and on the pricing, sorry, I always forget this. Pricing is also important as well, right? So with HighLevel, one flat price, unlimited sub accounts, social media posting is included in all of our plans. So literally there are no limits to you as an agency. And as you're aware, buying other people's products is not like that. You're going to pay, on some other metric, per user, per account, per number of social media accounts connected, all kinds of weird pricing models. But for us, it's unlimited. It's just sort of included, right? Now, I'm going to do a quick demo of our social media posting so you can check it out. It will not, I'm just going to warn you ahead of time, it will not blow your mind because it's not designed to blow your mind. So what I mean by that is when we thought about how do we put this product into HighLevel as a platform, it was really important for us to go in and create it in a way that is very similar, if not exactly the same as other products you've used, right? So if you come in here, super simple here, you can see sort of our current social post posting accounts that have been connected. You can see the posts that have been published. You can go in, there's a really cool calendar view, so you can come in and look at posts that are scheduled or posts that have come out. You can actually drag these around. So if you want to reschedule them, you can move them around, which is very cool. All of that good stuff. You want to actually create a post. It's super simple. You come in, you select your social accounts like this. I'm a terrible social poster, but that's cool. Hey there. And then obviously we have the media library that's all built in, right? So here's my man Chase. You can do things like preview for different social networks. You can choose different options relative to different social networks. So kind of all of the things that you would come to expect. You can post immediately. You can schedule for the future. You can save it in a draft mode, all of that good stuff. So from a technical side, very simple, very easy, very simple. But anyhow, not designed to blow your mind, but really designed to push this idea as a new business model more than almost anything else. So that's the most important point I want to get across to people.
Yeah, and let me just say this from an agency standpoint. I help a lot of marketers start their marketing company. And just this one piece, I always say, just this one piece of HighLevel, you can make some crazy revenue with that. But with just this social media piece, you can make some incredible revenue with it just working with this piece, and it's included in HighLevel. And that's what
agreed.
and
Absolutely.
I've been a part of HighLevel for a number of years, but I kept looking like, is there a catch here? Like, is there an upgrade, or where is it? And there was no upgrade feature, and I was like, wow, this is included, and I can manage all my social media accounts. So I think that's just incredible. You just keep giving more and more and more, and I'm like, when is it going to stop? So
yeah, and we've got more to come. So real quick here, just to give you a quick sneak preview. Let me see if I can find there we go. So LinkedIn and Twitter are our next two social media function or networks up or whatever. Here's just a quick sneak preview of the LinkedIn functionality. This is just from screenshots from our one of our engineers, and so this will be coming out probably next week. Today we have Facebook business pages, Facebook groups, Instagram, and Google My Business. And then LinkedIn and Twitter will go live both before the end of May. The other big thing I'm excited about is we also have this idea of being able to pre-create media libraries of posts and actually put them out. So that, imagine, simple example, you got a plumber and you want to put out a series of 12 months worth of posts, hundreds of pre-done posts. You can actually share that with them and also pre-schedule them and put them through an approval flow where basically it's, hey, here's all the posts laid up. Go ahead and check them out. If you don't approve them, they're going to automatically post or disapprove them, excuse me. You can obviously edit them, that kind of thing. But the idea here is you can take that same library of posts and you can use it across as many sub accounts as you want. So you can really create this sort of customized, done for you social media posting for your clients at scale. And they'll also allow you to use custom values in all those posts so you can automatically customize a lot of content.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that was the big question. So you said LinkedIn will be coming out when?
Well, right now it's in QA, so it's probably coming out next week.
Oh, okay. Wow.
But Twitter. But I like this. I know from my social media team, they've promised me that by the end of by the end of May, both of those will be live, right? So that's obvious, that's easy. But again, my big thing is I always look at the business model for the agency, right? So how do we make you more money? And it's not necessarily by just giving you everything you've seen before. I think you need the basics. But the piece that I care a lot about is that media library piece, because for me, if I was going to do social media posting at scale for anybody, doing custom social media posts is very expensive, and most businesses can't afford it or don't want to afford it. So if we can create a templated approach for you that scales really automatically, that's where we're going to win.
Yeah, definitely. I know we were paying just for one account for a client of ours, we were paying $199 a month. And that was just for social media posting and scheduling so that we could lay out a calendar and show that, this is what we're posting. And from a HighLevel standpoint, like looking at the calendar, the planner, to be able to show a client, this is what we've laid out for you this month, is just a huge benefit. And so tell me, what's in the future for HighLevel? I mean, this social media scheduler just blew my mind.
Yeah,
we talked about it probably 8 months ago, and then all of a sudden, I asked you 8 months ago, "Hey, can you guys put this together?" And all of a sudden, here we go.
Yeah. So a couple things. So one, can you still see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is an example of the type of thing we're going to be doing. So notice here, this is a fake account, but it's like, post, right? All verticalized.
Right.
this is next up for social media posting is, hey, look, let's say you had 100 martial arts studios. Wouldn't it be cool to be able to put these out across all of them and charge for it, 200 a month, 300 a month, create a beautiful recurring service, super scalable? That's next up for the social media posting. And then on a sort of a zooming back here a little bit, the big feature that we'll launch this quarter also is blogging. So we'll have blogging in here as well. So you'll be able to actually go in and create a native blog experience inside HighLevel. So you don't need WordPress or anything else. You'll just have a true legit blog. And then moving into next quarter, we'll have a ton of enhancements and other things that we'll talk about. But as far as like brand new features, inbound calling is up for next quarter. I'm really pushing hard also on an affiliate management system. So I think that's one of the next things we're going to do. One of my crazy ideas is that as an agency or a course creator or something like that, affiliates make sense, right? But if we also think about from a small business perspective, what's the difference between a referral platform and an affiliate platform, right?
Right.
I think there's actually a lot of cohesion there, right? And how many small businesses should be going out and saying, hey, recommend us to 5 of your friends and get X type of reward, right? So I feel like there's a lot of room to basically cohabitate those two solutions all in one spot. And of course we've got invoicing just came out. Estimating is up next. We'll have invoicing on mobile this quarter. So, there's, it's funny because
text to
a
pay.
lot of these things are bigger than they sound.
Right.
When I say, oh, well, invoicing is already out, what's the big deal? Well, it's not on mobile. So you put it on mobile and every mobile business now can invoice as on the go, right? So these things are big on, local service ads, man. I cannot wait. We are one of only 4 or 5 people out in the world now, and this will go live next month. We will be able to actually
Shaun, we're losing you a little bit.
Oh no, come back.
Here, we're coming back now.
That's weird. I've got plenty of speed too. That's weird. I've got a super fast connection. Come on, StreamYard. You can do it. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, so perfect. Anyhow,
cut out
so the ability to push out your calendar bookings all the way to your Google My Business listing, and people can book you through Google My Business.
That's awesome. Yeah, when I saw the Google posting, like the GMB for the post, there's not a lot of companies that know the power to posting on Google. And they're like, well, I didn't know you could post something on Google and on the Google My Business page. But then they do it once and they realize how, it kicks them up, and Google loves that kind of stuff when you share content. And so when I saw that, I was blown away, because that's when, from a local standpoint, on what we call the map packs or whatever you want to call them now, from the Google Maps, to get those pushed up, everybody's like, I want to be number 1 on that map. Well, to do that, it's just doing all those little things that Google likes, and one of them is those Google postings. So
absolutely. Now, Jim, remind me again, do you work with a niche?
We work in automotive and a lot of in the service industry.
Perfect. Okay, great. So what do we know, right? We know that 99.9% of local search comes across the Google search engine every day, period, right? Like that's where I'm going to find my next local anybody. And so the deeper we go with Google, the better off we're going to get, right? Have you seen Reserve with Google yet, by the way?
A little bit of it, just as you were introducing it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is, this is one of those things where, so we're going to be in the home services niche to start with, and then they're going to let us go into legal next, right? And so this is this idea that it was actually really big for a minute in what was I thinking? Oh, vacation rentals and stuff like that. But it's really pushed out into, it could be It could be home services, it could be med spas, it could be anything like that. But I'll
Right.
show you kind of the idea here. Let me see. Let me pull this up. But what Google for its part really wants to live in a world where you come to Google, you do all your research there, and then you don't leave.
Right.
Right? They want you to take action right there on the screen. So, okay, perfect. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, perfect. So this is a great example of a restaurant reserved with Google Flow, but it's the same concept where you're literally going to Google, you're searching the restaurant, there's a reserve a table button, but imagine it's book an appointment, book an estimate, that kind of thing. Look, you get real times, real information, and bam, you're completing the reservation all the way through Google. That will be live on HighLevel next month. So you'll actually be able to push this out for your clients in the home services categories, and then after that into.
That's awesome. Yeah, and the other one was the chat feature.
Oh yeah, chat's awesome.
And we did that with a real estate client of ours down in Mobile. And when you pull up the other commercial real estate companies, they were the only one with that chat icon. And so we were getting calls because they knew that we were doing the marketing for them, and they're like, "How are you doing that? Like, what do we call Google for that?" Or so those were great things.
Absolutely, I think the future every local business needs to be deeply embedded with Google, because if I'm Google, I'm going to prioritize the people who prioritize me, right? If you post into my network, if you have all the features turned on that I like, if you have good reviews, if you have a well done Google My Business profile with great pictures that you update often, these are the signals that Google is going to use to continue to up rank those listings, because why wouldn't they, right? They create features they think are valuable, and people who implement them and use them, they're going to rank those people higher. And then within the people they rank higher, they're going to look for people who refresh it more, right? New posts, new pictures, chatting back and forth with clients. They're actually measuring response times. We meet with Google every week now, and they talk to us about response times. It's a huge part of their algorithm now, and they want to see a world where the vast majority of inbound inquiries are shifting from calls to chats, because they know chats are asynchronous in nature, so they're more likely to get picked up by the actual business owner, and there's more automation that can be done. So you can use AI, automated booking, that kind of thing, to actually help the end consumer get on with that local business.
Absolutely. Well, these are all great features, and you speak about Google, and they own YouTube, and there's a reason that we do a lot on YouTube, because when you share that within your content, Google's just going to prioritize that big time for you. But I don't see any questions that have popped up. We've got a lot of Busy Boy TV networks had great tips, and they haven't got on HighLevel. So I'm like, what are you waiting for? So
I know, what the heck. Well, and the good news here, right, is we really at HighLevel, I think that the thing that will always set us apart is we don't believe that these are the types of features that the average small business owner is going to figure out how to implement or operate or run or manage or optimize. This is where like the agency is so critical, right? And that's why everything you see inside HighLevel, that tool set is really designed for the agency. It's not necessarily designed for the client. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have your customer come in and do some of their own social media posting, absolutely, but they're going to do it with your help. They're going to do it with your guidance. They're going to do it with you there, and most importantly, they're going to do it by paying you for the tool, not paying somebody else for the tool, right?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, we got Busy Boy. He's given me just threw $10 at me on the super chat on YouTube.
Whoa, so nice, love it.
Like, well, we just need him to up that and get on to HighLevel.
I know, man. Just have him sign up. He'll
Well,
get value. Everyone gets value.
Kind of wrap up. HighLevel has an incredible trial program. No credit card, no nothing. You just jump on for 14 days. You try it out, and if you like it, then you choose a plan and go from there. And let me just say that their team, Kelsey, Shaun, Chase, Paulson, I know them all. They people can literally reach out to them and they're going to respond to you. So the question is just get on board. Don't stop trying to think about it. Get on board and join HighLevel, because it's a movement that's happening that is moving very fast, and you want to jump on the train when it's at a slower speed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, being a being a SaaSpreneur, being an agency that is selling both service and technology is the future of agencies. It's not about HighLevel. It's a bigger trend than us. It's something where it really allows an agency to create multiple revenue streams for itself, and also just be a better solution for its customer, right? Like, as a customer, I want a solution, and that means everything. That means the service, that means the technology, whatever it takes to truly solve the problem. And as an agency, that's where you have this sort of really great opportunity to come in as a superior entity who understands how to solve a problem and dictate to me in a prescriptive manner, hey, here's how you solve that problem. You want to rank higher in Google? Great. Here's what you need to do, right? You need to take this tool, and which is ours, we provide it, isn't that convenient? And our service, put them together. You do this piece, we do that piece, and bam, you'll be up at the top of Google in no time.
And what I always say to a new agency owner is, because a lot of people are going into this field, is really, if you don't understand something and you have HighLevel, you have a strong arm, because you have the marketplace to be able to leverage services that you may not be able to offer in-house. But if you are able to jump on the marketplace and say, you don't know how to do X, Y, or Z, they can do it for you. So it's done for you, for your client, and then you just push it on to your client and charge them for that service.
Well, and also, we have a great Facebook community, and it's all full of marketers, right? So we have a great collegiate kind of environment there, where if you've never done something before, maybe you just need tips, or you need info, or you need some experience, or just someone to double check something for you. I mean, I think there's a lot of wonderful people in our Facebook group who are happy to help, just out of the goodness of their heart.
Yeah, definitely. And not only that, for the upgrade to the HighLevel Pro, there's another group that's even got a higher level.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Our pro group.
And there's developers in there. There's whatever you need. I use it quite a bit to jump in there and ask questions if I'm stuck or whatever it might be. But I don't have anything else. You answered every question.
Well, hey, I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
I had about 10 questions, but I don't think there's any seats left in Dallas, but
there are not. Although we are taking, apparently I've been told we're taking pre-orders for the next event, so who knows? But
good.
I told them this one better be.
Yeah, definitely. We're losing signal again, but
signal. Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're back. I think we're back. It could be my office. But I'll wrap it up, and I appreciate you, Shaun, coming on, and look forward to jumping on with some new features coming up soon.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me. Bye, Jim.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.